Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Top Stories. California 5-foot mother has to fight off 6'4" bodybuilder entitled Dad. In Utah, a group of Karens humiliate teen mom for giving her child for adoption. In the UK, entitled mom drags a kid back to school after he was already done with school. So now to our first story. EP, kids on a trampoline, a power washer, German Shepherd, and the police. The LDR is in the title. Forward warning, this is long. Incident occurred in California 2005. Cass, ED, neighbor. Case, my 2 + 2 friends all aged 9 to 11. D, Shadow, our 150-pound German Shepherd. P, 6 police officers. Background, all neighbors and I live on a quarter to half-acre lots. ED, his wife and son, 4-ish, moved in 105, directly behind me. My property is tired. First level is house, patio, furniture, grill, and metal dog pen. Second level is swimming pool. Third is large shed, potting stand, covered area for lawn equipment. Fourth is trampoline, baseball training equipment with area for playing catch, and my vegetable garden. I call it my back 40. ED moved in and began yelling at my kids to quiet down, get off the trampoline, as he wanted to have a quiet breakfast with his family every weekend and to read his newspaper in the early evening out of his deck. I agreed my kids would play on the 4th level between the hours of 10 to 6, and he was sort of out of luck if we're in the pool or barbecuing. Levels 1 and 2, whatever time of the day. I talked to my other neighbors to see if my kids were disturbing them. They weren't. It's half-acre for Christ's sake, not an apartment, but I want to be neighborly. Incident. My husband's boss got married. His new wife has 2 kids, and their sitter fell through day before their honeymoon cruise. My husband offered to watch their kids, meaning me. It's 4 p.m. All 4 kids are jumping on trampoline. Dee is in her pen because Dee wouldn't stop jumping in the tramp with them. I'm nearby having some veggies when I hear ED yell, "Shut the hell up!" And I see him on the back fence with a power washer, which he used in each of the kids, spraying them off the trampoline onto the ground. They were screaming, crying and wet. I quickly access each kid. Nothing's broken, but they're all bleeding from cuts and road rash. I tell the kids to run inside, lock the door, and call 911 as Entitled Dad jumps the fence into my yard. Entitled Dad is walking towards me, screaming profanity and threatening bodily harm, and I am walking backwards, yelling at Entitled Dad to get off my property. ED is 6'4"-ish, bodybuilder. I'm 43, female, and 5 feet. Not exactly an even match. ED backs me down onto my patio level where D is going crazy in her pen. I said, I'm giving you to the count of 3 to get off my property, or I'm going to let my dog out. She will kill you. 1, and my hand is in the opening mechanism. ED starts walking up the stairs, still screaming and threatening me. 2, ED gets to step on 3rd level, going up to level 4, turns around and say, "Screw it," and starts walking back down towards me fast and says, "I'm going to beat you until your eyes bleed." 3, I let D out and they both ran. ED hustled the fence, but D caught his sweatpants leg and hung there, pulling the sweatpants down. I was mooned. ED wasn't wearing underpants. I yell, "Leave it! Get in your pen!" D released ED and I put her in the pen. Behind me I hear, "Freeze! Hands where I can see them! Get down to the ground!" And 4 policemen have guns drawn on me and I comply. I'll quicken the pace of this story. There are 3 911 calls stating someone was being killed. I give my statement and P1 and 2 go to my back fence and climb over while P3 is on the shoulder radio calling for other units to go to ED's house. P4 and 5 are talking to kids. Give them sticker badges and teddy bears to calm them down. And P6 is mad as hell. Well, they all were. Kids went to the hospital, nothing's broken but stitches for 3 of them. Court case. ED was arrested, charged with felony child abuse, assault on 4 minors, etc. And his bail was $300,000. Restraining orders were issued. The case didn't go to trial as ED pleaded out. Aftermath. ED's house was put up for sale. His wife gave us Ace tickets for one open house and Great America tickets, theme park, for the second open house. They'd paid $1.2 million for their house in 105 and sold it at 605 for $785,000. All this for a quiet breakfast with your family and read your newspaper in peace. What a douche. At it. ED resisted arrest and broke a police officer's nose during the scuffle. Was charged with felony assault with a weapon of 5, 4 minors and 1 cop, and attempted assault for me and a plethora of other charges. ED couldn't pay the $300,000 bail, but did hire a high-priced attorney and got his sentence knocked down to 2 years. Hey guys, I would just tell you, it doesn't matter how mad you get with kids and doesn't matter how mad you get with your neighbors, sometimes talking is the best thing to do. You can't just take matters in your own hands. And I'll tell you this, power washers hurt. You definitely should not be doing that to kids, and the most small kids. Doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you don't have, alright? Entitled parents shame teen mom for giving child up for adoption. This is not my story, but it's from my place of origin, Utah, so I'll share it. A few years ago, an 18-year-old girl gave her baby son up for adoption as her partner died in his sleep and she couldn't afford to raise her son alone. She made a video that he could watch when he's older. The video was hard to watch, and it must be hard for her to make, as she was crying when she talked to him. I felt bad for her too, as this must be a very hard decision for her to make. Apparently, their mombies and dad dicks were willing to be an ass to her for it. Many called her a quitter, selfish, weak, or saying stuff like, she shouldn't have had sex, blah blah blah, and other types of people shaming. Some obvious Karens bragged about how they never gave up their kids when they're her age, shoving the "if I can do it, you can" BS down her throat. For God's sake, Karen, not everyone can handle every situation the same way. I bet those people also shame single parents who struggle to have food on their table. You can't win with those bastards. People shamed her. Don't have kids, you're selfish. Get an abortion, you're selfish. Put it for adoption, you're selfish. Actually try to raise it, you're also selfish. TLDR, an 18-year-old girl gives up her son for adoption due to her significant other death. Entitled moves and do's. People shame her. More of the story, as long as it's not hurting anyone, don't be a douche to someone who was in the same situation as you but handled it differently. At it. Holy hell, Silver! Thank you, whoever that was. At it too. Wow, gold! Hey guys, look at this. It doesn't matter how you would handle, doesn't matter if you actually were able to raise your kid struggling or all and they came out really good. You can't shame people that put up for adoption. You can't shame people for you having a different opinion than they do. I have my own opinions about adoption, abortion, and things like that, but in the end, you're not the one that's gonna be dealing with the issue, so you should not do that to people. Entitled mom tries to take me back to school even though I finished early. 2 things to start off with. 1. I live in the UK, so some of the things may confuse people in other countries. 2. I am typing this on Word first, then copy and pasting it to Reddit. Cass, B, entitled parent. It's an EM. ME, me. AT, awesome teacher. So I am in year 11 and doing my GCSEs. Final exams, and I finished school early as I finished my exam at 2:45. I finished at 3. So I was walking to my younger brother's school, which is about a 10-minute walk. So here's the story. I was walking to my brother's school and I got there at about 3 p.m. and I was in uniform. Just as I was about to walk into the school, I found the M who had all the Karen looks. I was listening to music and heard this from behind me. "Excuse me, shouldn't you be in school?" Which I calmly replied. I finished the GCSE product design exam. She stared at me and said, "Don't lie to me, you little shit. I know you ran away from school. I'm calling your school now." I just put the headphones in and walked away. So I found a bench to sit down and play a game on my phone while I wait for my brother. Then a teacher who used to work at my school came along with him and she said, "This boy escaped his school." However, my teacher knew I was in year 11 and doing my GCSEs. And she said he's allowed, he finished at GCSE. EP then pushed the teacher over and grabbed my arm and said she's going to take me to my school and get me expelled. Then a police officer came running towards us. It turns out that the police officer was picking up his kid. However, he was not in uniform. B was arrested for assault and AT is suing. I'll update you if I remember to. Anyway, after that, I picked up my brother and walked home. Just for my mom to get an email from my teacher asking me what happened because AT told him. I told him and he asked if I wanted to press charges and I said no because I don't want you to get in the way of my GCSEs. Alright guys, I'll just tell you, you should never do something like that to people. You don't take matters upon your hands. How can you attack a little kid? It doesn't matter if he's 17 or 18, he's still a youngling. And if you attack him, you're gonna end up in jail like that woman. And well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Just don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications button, give us a like and leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great holiday, depending on where you are. And again, careful with Karens out there.